Hi, how's your Mounjaro journey going? Mine's still going really well. I think I'm on about week 17 now. I've lost 22 pounds. I've got 9 pounds to go to get to my goal. I'm still losing between half a pound to a pound a week, and that's all I want to lose. It's a nice regular amount, and the main thing with Mounjaro is I'm not feeling hungry, I'm not feeling deprived, and that food noise not being there in the background all the time really helps. Unless you've experienced food noise, you don't know how liberating it is to be free of that. So, what have I been up to? Well, for about the past 10 days, I've had quite a hectic time socially, which makes a pleasant change. I've had family visiting, so my sister and brother-in-law came down for a 5-day visit. I don't see them very often, so it was really nice for them to stay for an extended period. How do I manage that? Well, one of the things that I'm very good at is planning my food and pre-preparing food ready for them so that I didn't need to spend hours and hours cooking food and thinking about food. Everything was planned and a bulk of things were already cooked. What did we eat? We had a spicy butter bean and kale stew with sausages. We had some pies which I bought from our local pie shop, Sweeney and Todd's, which were amazing. I had just half a pie and shared it with my daughter. We had a fish pie topped with mashed potato. I did peppers stuffed with a spicy Moroccan mince, which was delicious. And all of these things were really simple to prepare because I'd done the bulk of it ahead of their visit. Popped it all in the freezer. So my freezer's a little bit emptier now, which is good. Birthday cake. I had a birthday. It was my birthday a week ago. I'm 63 years old now, and I was gifted a birthday cake, homemade, of course, by the lovely Sam. It was a spicy butternut squash cake with buttercream icing on the top. It was big enough to make sure that we could share it, and I think it lasted about 4 or 5 days. I did have one piece, I think, and everybody else helped me eat the rest of it. I don't know about you, but I find that sweet things really just do not agree with me, and they don't really appeal to me. I have to admit that when I'm watching somebody eat something which I know is loaded with sugar, I actually find myself feeling a little bit ill at the thought of it. I mean, once upon a time, I would have had no problem in eating a piece of cake, especially if it's my birthday cake made for me. But now I just think, oh, I really don't want it. It's a lovely feeling, quite alien to me. Have you felt the same? Another lovely thing that happened was that my daughter and her boyfriend drove all the way down from Leeds to Reading, which takes over 4 hours, just to be here for a day and a night and to be here on the birthday weekend. So she got to see her auntie and uncle, and I don't think I've seen her since the beginning of the year when we drove up there just after Christmas. Might have even been the end of the previous year. Isn't that awful? I can't remember, but I do remember it was the winter. And it was just lovely to see her, a real treat, and to spend some time with her. We had a great time whilst I had my visitors. We had a trip to a local museum. We had a walk along the river and visited a vegan restaurant which serves some really unusual food and drinks. None of us are vegan, but we like to be adventurous with our food. We did, 6 of us did a boat trip along the Thames from Reading to Maple Durham. The weather was perfect. We'd have liked a little bit more sun, but hey, it didn't rain, so that was a positive. We are so lucky to live on the banks of the Thames here in Reading, and I have to admit, the river is something I take for granted. Another thing we did was a crime and punishment walkabout. There's someone locally who organises different themed walks around the town, and this one happened to be crime and punishment. We learned about some of the more notorious crimes that happened in this area, some of them quite horrendous, but it's amazing. These things have happened, you know, obviously many years ago, but have happened in our town. I managed all those days out by taking a packed lunch. I take a salad with me, with usually some ham or some corned beef and some dressing. Take it all in a cool bag. Takes me ages to munch through all my chopped up salad vegetables. A salad to me isn't just lettuce, cucumber and tomato. Oh no, I have cucumber, celery, lettuce, tomato. I might have a few beans in there. I have apple, and it does take a long time to munch and crunch through it all, much longer than it would take me to eat a sandwich. I'm not that fond of bread. It was something I would have thought nothing about eating once upon a time every single day, but now it just, again, doesn't appeal to me. And that's not a Mounjaro thing. That's something that I've chosen to change with my weight loss journey, which has taken place over the last 13 years. Bread is high in calories. It's a processed food. It doesn't really fill you up. A sandwich is much quicker to eat than a salad or a bowl of soup. So that's a choice I've made, a change I've made. Something that I've changed now with regards to my eating habits is to make sure that I'm always very organised with my meals. I plan what I'm going to eat at the start of the day. I do some meal prep. I need some support with that, sometimes with reaching things out of the freezer or chopping things up, but I'm very much in control when it comes to the kitchen. Ask my other half. He doesn't mind. He likes what I eat, and what more can I say? I also make sure that there is food ready to go when it's mealtime. And I have my meals as far as possible at a regular time. So lunch would normally be between midday and 1 o'clock, and my evening meal between 5 p.m. and 6 p.m. That way, the food is ready to go. My body tells me it's ready to eat my meal, and I like eating early in the evening. It frees up the rest of the evening. We eat, we get the kitchen cleared up, and then the evening's ours to do what we want. Also this week, we went on a fundraising quiz evening, which was great fun. It was at a local Cuban restaurant. There was some great company. The questions were all themed around the town that we live in, Reading. And there were lots of rounds. It was really quite hard work. We had a job to fit in any conversation and food. In fact, I didn't even get time to go to the toilet. We were so busy answering questions. We didn't win, but we came a respectable joint fourth, which I'm very happy about, because I think there must have been about 15, 16 quiz teams altogether. So we did well. What does this week hold? Well, my car's got to go in for the garage to have a look at some problem with the power assisted steering. They want to keep it for 2 days. So we'll be without the car for 2 days. That slightly restricts me. But hey ho, that leaves me the rest of the time with the car to do the things I want to do. No socialising planned this week, I don't think. So I'm sure I'll still keep myself busy. And Mounjaro injections. At the moment, I'm taking 5 mg injection from a 10 mg pen, and I'm taking them 5 days apart because, in effect, that's 10 mg over 10 days. And I find that after 5 days, the food noise is returning. I'm starting to feel hungry. It's time for an injection. So I don't keep to that regime rigidly. That's what I'm doing at the moment, and it's working for me.